Summer 2025 is shaping up to be a very busy time for air travel in the United States. Experts are predicting significant disruptions for passengers. Several key factors are contributing to this challenging outlook. These include persistent understaffing across the aviation industry. Infrastructure breakdowns are also a major concern. Furthermore, potential issues with air traffic control systems could add to the delays and frustrations. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, is preparing for what it expects to be its busiest summer travel season in 15 years. This high volume alone sets the stage for potential problems if systems are not fully prepared. The peak travel period is anticipated towards the end of July. During this time, the demand on airlines and airports will be immense. United Airlines, for example, expects a large increase in passenger numbers. They project flying 300,000 more passengers over the Memorial Day weekend in 2025 compared to the previous year. This trend of increased demand is not limited to just one holiday weekend. It is a consistent pattern expected throughout the entire summer season. This surge places enormous pressure on an already strained system, making careful planning essential for anyone intending to fly. For the months of June, July, and August 2025, United Airlines anticipates flying nearly 50 million passengers. This figure represents an increase of about 3 million passengers compared to the summer of 2024. The FAA also expects a higher number of busy days. They forecast 6 more days with over 54,000 flights through the end of August 2025. This follows a very busy day on April 17, 2025, which saw over 54,000 flights. This sustained high volume means that any small issue can quickly escalate into widespread delays. The core of the problem, as many experts point out, is that disruptions are nearly always worse in the summer. This is due to the sheer volume of people traveling. When airports and airlines are operating at or near full capacity, there is very little room for error. Understaffing exacerbates this situation significantly. Airlines might be flying at full capacity for the second or third year, but staffing levels for air traffic control and at airports have not caught up. This mismatch between demand and resource availability is a primary driver of the forecasted summer travel chaos. Newark Liberty International Airport, or EWR, has become a significant point of concern recently. The airport has experienced 4 separate technology outages since April 28, 2025. These outages have caused major disruptions and delays for countless passengers. Compounding these technological failures are ongoing staffing shortages. These shortages affect various operations, from ground crew to air traffic controllers. Additionally, runway construction projects at Newark have further limited the airport's capacity. This combination of factors has created a very difficult operating environment at one of the nation's busiest hubs, leading to significant passenger frustration. The situation at Newark became so severe that the FAA had to intervene. They ordered airlines to decrease flights at Newark by approximately 25% compared to early April 2025 levels. While some of these flights may be allowed to return after June 15, 2025, once some runway construction is completed, the airport will still operate with fewer flights than before the issues escalated. This reduction is a necessary measure to manage the current constraints. However, it also means fewer options and potentially higher demand for the remaining available seats for travelers hoping to use Newark. The problems at Newark highlight broader concerns about the nation's air traffic control system. An air traffic control meltdown plagued Newark for weeks in early 2025. This was directly attributed to staffing shortages and persistent technology outages. While the United States has invested in next-gen air traffic control capabilities, which are advanced, the infrastructure that supplies data to this system remains an issue. Experts suggest that a complete overhaul and modernization of the air traffic control system will take at least 3 to 4 more years to complete, meaning short-term fixes are limited. Retired American Airlines captain Lesa Bend has warned that the types of problems seen at Newark could potentially start leaking out of other facilities. If one major hub is struggling, it can create ripple effects across the entire network. Summer storms, which are common during this season, could further slow down operations. These weather events can lead to ground delays and flight diversions. When combined with existing staffing and technology issues, this creates a recipe for frustration for summer travelers. The system's resilience is being tested daily. Recent incidents in the aviation sector have understandably heightened public anxiety about flying. The year 2025 began tragically with a mid-air collision in Washington. This incident involved a commercial jet and an Army helicopter, resulting in 67 fatalities. Beyond this major accident, there have been other close calls and an increase in go-around maneuvers reported. These events, while statistically rare, receive significant media attention. They contribute to a sense of unease among some members of the traveling public, even if overall safety records remain strong. Despite these concerns, there is some positive news regarding airfare trends. Domestic airfare for summer 2025 is actually down by about 3% compared to summer 2024. The average round-trip ticket is priced at $265. This is the lowest average summer airfare seen since 2021. For those looking to travel internationally, fares to Europe are also showing a decrease. They are down approximately 8% from 2024 prices, according to Hopper's 2025 Summer Travel Outlook. This affordability might encourage more people to travel despite potential disruptions. However, broader economic factors are also influencing travel decisions for many Americans. A recent survey conducted by Bankrate indicates that a significant portion of the population is looking to cut back on discretionary spending. About 54% of adults expect to spend less on travel, dining out or entertainment in 2025 compared to the previous year. Among those who are choosing not to travel during the summer of 2025, a large majority, 65%, cite affordability as the primary reason. This suggests a cautious approach to spending, even with slightly lower airfares. The interplay between lower fares and economic caution creates a complex picture. While cheaper tickets might tempt some, the overall financial climate makes others hesitant. For those who do choose to fly, the prospect of delays and disruptions adds another layer to their decision-making process. Passengers are increasingly weighing the cost benefits against the potential for travel headaches. This careful consideration reflects a public that is both price-sensitive and aware of the operational challenges facing the airline industry this summer. It is a delicate balance for many households. Airlines are actively making adjustments to their schedules in response to the anticipated challenges. For instance, United Airlines has already trimmed over 35 round-trip flights from its Newark schedule since the problems there began. Further cuts by United and other airlines operating at Newark are expected as they try to manage capacity and reduce the likelihood of severe disruptions. These proactive schedule adjustments, while potentially inconvenient for some passengers whose flights are changed, are intended to create a more stable and reliable operation overall. It is a difficult balancing act for the carriers. To minimize the impact of potential disruptions, experts offer several pieces of practical advice for travelers. Flying direct, whenever possible, can significantly reduce the chances of missed connections due to delays. Choosing morning flights is also recommended. Early flights are generally less prone to the cascading delays that can build up throughout the day. If your schedule allows, avoiding travel on peak days, such as weekends, can also lead to a smoother experience. Fewer passengers typically mean shorter queues and less strain on airport resources, which can make a noticeable difference. For those traveling to or from the New York area, Les Abens suggests considering alternative airports like JFK or LaGuardia instead of Newark, at least until the significant issues at Newark are resolved. Passengers should also proactively monitor their flight status. This includes checking the originating aircraft's journey, as a delay on its previous leg can impact your flight. Keeping an eye on weather conditions both at your departure and arrival airports is also crucial. Being informed allows you to anticipate potential problems and react more quickly if changes occur. While disruptions are expected and can be frustrating, it is important to remember that the air travel system in the US is still considered very safe. The measures being taken, such as flight reductions and system upgrades, are aimed at improving reliability and managing the current high demand. Passengers who plan carefully, stay informed, and build some flexibility into their travel itineraries will be best positioned to navigate the busy summer season. A little extra preparation can go a long way in ensuring a more pleasant journey despite the challenges.